My entitled millionaire neighbor illegally chopped down my century-old oak trees to improve her view, so I used federal tree law to completely bankrupt her and take her house. I recently bought a beautiful, secluded property in a very wealthy, high-end suburb. My property line was lined with 5 massive, 150-year-old oak trees that provided perfect shade and complete privacy. My next-door neighbor, Karen, was a classic, entitled real estate agent who drove a leased Range Rover and thought she owned the entire neighborhood. Karen constantly complained that my massive trees were blocking her perfect view of the local lake, which she claimed was lowering her precious property value. She aggressively demanded I pay $10,000 out of my own pocket to cut them all down. I calmly refused, told her to stay off my property, and went back to my life. 2 months later, my company sent me to London for a 2-week corporate convention. While I was sitting in my hotel room, my phone started getting completely spammed with motion alerts from my backyard Ring camera. I opened the live feed and saw an absolute nightmare. Karen had secretly hired a cheap, unlicensed logging crew to completely bulldoze my property line. They literally chopped down all 5 of my century-old oak trees while I was out of the country. Karen actually had the absolute audacity to send me a text message with a smiley face, claiming she did me a massive favor and that I should thank her for the free landscaping. I called the local police, but they gave me the exact same lazy excuse they always give. They called it a civil property line dispute and refused to arrest her for trespassing. When I finally flew back home, Karen was standing in her driveway, smirking at me. She literally laughed in my face and told me to sue her in small claims court for the firewood value, which was maybe $500. She thought she had completely outsmarted me. But Karen was an absolute legal idiot who didn't understand the terrifying power of American tree law. I didn't scream, and I didn't waste my time in small claims court. I hired a certified Master Arborist and a ruthless property litigation lawyer. The arborist explained that you cannot simply plant a seed to replace a century-old tree. To legally restore the property, you have to transport and transplant fully mature trees using massive industrial cranes. The official legal replacement cost for the 5 trees was calculated at exactly $80,000 each, totaling $400,000. But it gets infinitely worse for Karen. In my state, the timber trespass law dictates that if someone intentionally cuts down your trees, the court automatically applies treble damages. This means the penalty is legally multiplied by 3. My lawyer filed a massive civil lawsuit against Karen for exactly $1.2 million. Karen completely panicked and tried to file a claim with her homeowner's insurance. But because my Ring camera explicitly proved she committed an intentional illegal act, her insurance company completely denied her claim and dropped her policy. She was left completely legally exposed. The civil court judge watched the video, looked at her arrogant text messages, and immediately ruled in my favor. To pay my $1.2 million settlement, the court legally forced Karen to liquidate her entire retirement account, sell her Range Rover, and completely foreclose on her luxury home. I legally seized her house, sold it to a nice family, and used her cash to plant even taller, thicker trees. She is now renting a tiny, cramped apartment on the bad side of town. Some of my other neighbors called me a petty monster for making a woman completely homeless over some stupid wood. But let's be completely, brutally honest here. If an entitled Karen destroyed your property while you were on vacation just to improve her view, would you have used tree law to ruin her life too? Or are you weak enough to just take the loss and let a bully win? Prove me wrong in the comments.